Welcome to Colonel Basketball Weekly, as we take an inside look at Nicholls State University hoops. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nicholls Athletics. Colonel Basketball Weekly is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. Hello and welcome to Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm your host, Mike Wagenheim. Got an action-packed show for you. Plenty of great news in the worlds of Colonel hoops here. The Colonel men's basketball team started last week in desperate need of a win, while Nicholls owned one of the better scoring defenses in the Southland Conference. Shots just hadn't been falling, and the Red and Gray had only 2 league wins to show for their efforts as the midway portion of the league schedule approached. They'd look to take their frustrations out on New Orleans. The Privateers entered Thibodaux tied with Nicholls in the standings. Last Monday night, we go to Stoford Gym. The Privateers' Nate Fry, cousin of the Colonel's Jadante Fry, registers the steal for UNO, starting up the fast break. It ends with a Kevin Brown bucket. Nicholls down 5-0 right off the bat. Fry had 5 steals to go with 9 points. Colonels fight back, though, going on a 9-2 run. Richie Lewis with the feed to Sam McBeth coming up here, the hoop and the foul. Ball game tied up. Nicholls would take the lead a moment later as this one went back and forth in the first half. Tied at 11 with 12 minutes on the clock. Travis Julian with a drive. Julian huge off the bench, 12.6 boards, both career highs. Colonel Pine scored 36 points. They were instrumental. Get ready for a highlight here. Marquise Nelson comes up with a steal, and Jamarcus Horace posterizes poor Kevin Hill. Stoford Gym explodes. Only bucket of the night for J-Mark, but he made it count. Richie Lewis, meanwhile, began the year as a starting point guard. He'd been in the doghouse for a while. Boy, did he do a fine job, though, running the show in this one. Forces a turnover and cashes in on the other end. Played 38 minutes off the bench, 8 points, 3 assists, only 1 turnover. Nicholls up by 6 at the half. Colonel start to build a cushion. Early second stanza, TJ Carpenter can't convert initially, but rips a rebound away from UNO, and that extends the lead to double digits for the first time. Carpenter had 9 points. But the Privateers come roaring back. Christavius Gill paced UNO with 14 points, connects on the baseline jumper there. Over the course of 10 minutes, that 10-point lead disappears. We're tied with 8:30 left, but Nicholls owned the stretch run. Amin Torres with a 10-point night off the bench. That put the Red and Gray back on top, and UNO would never catch them again. While Nicholls struggled from the free throw line, they shot 57% from the field. They break the press here in the final minute. Lewis with a helper to Jadante Fry to push the margin to 9. Fry was one of 4 Colonels in double figures. No one had more than a dozen points. Outstanding balance, appropriately enough. Down at the other end of the floor, Julian comes up with a steal and winds up slamming the door shut with a dunk. On the other end, Colonels come out a 67-55 winner. Boy, did Nicholls need this one. Arguably their most complete game as a team this year. Well, they'd somehow find a way to top it on Saturday. Playing host to McNeese State, the Cowboys came to Thibodaux looking to put together their first 3-game win streak of the year. As usual, they would not find Nicholls to be very inviting hosts. Nicholls creating problems right from the get-go. The half-court trap leads to a Jemiah Bird turnover. Zach Young with a steal and assist to Liam Thomas. Young with career-high 6 helpers. Thomas got a big day started, too. The first half featured a couple of ties and 7 lead changes. Entertaining affair off the Keelan Garrett miss. Torres tracks down the rebound, sets up the alley-oop to Julian. Nicholls up 5 at the 11:30 mark. The Colonels had 20 assists on 27 field goals. Less than 4 minutes before the break, another oop, this time to Quentin Thomas off the backdoor cut. QT scored 7 off the bench in 12 minutes, and that dunk extended the lead to 8 points. McNeese's big weapon, Desharid Gidry, tied for first in the nation in double-doubles, hits the 3 there. He had 11 points, 13 rebounds. Nicholls just breaks down at the end of the half. Garrett with his steal. Kevin Hardy finishes at the other end. An 11-0 spurt for McNeese. They turn an 8-point deficit into a 3-point lead at the half. Whatever the Colonels talked about in the locker room, it worked because they took over. They reply to McNeese's run with one of their own as they score the first 14 points of the second half. Carpenter drains the 3 from the top of the key. Just terrific team basketball here. All 5 guys touch the ball. Only 1 dribble along the way. What a look from Liam Thomas to Fry, who led Nicholls, scoring 13 of his career 19 points in the second half, added 4 rebounds and 3 steals, got one of them here, hustles and saves it, and then is rewarded by Sam Macbeth on the other end. Nicholls up 9 with 17 minutes to go. You can tell these guys are playing together. Young, who saw 17 minutes due to an injury early in the second half, but he helped the Red and Gray put on a show. Another alley-oop, this time to Fry. The lead would expand to 16 points when Luca Camber nailed a 3 at the 13:40 mark. Coming up here, McNeese would trim the deficit down to 6 with 4 minutes left, but they would get no closer. A 70-59 win for the Colonels. Big numbers for Fry and Liam Thomas. Nicholls improving to 7-13 overall, 4-6 in conference. You can start to see the momentum building. Now for head coach J.P. Piper, a fun week watching his team begin to reach their promise.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. Team's growing up right in front of our eyes. I'm excited about their progress. We're really becoming a good defensive team. I thought in the McNeese game, it was huge that they quit running ball screens. We did such a good job of trapping their ball screens and creating turnovers that they actually went away from what is a staple of their offense. And I think that's a powerful statement to our team about their ability to change the game with how they defend and the energy that they played with. So it's exciting for me as their head coach to see them growing up in front of our eyes and finding a way to win these games. And we've got to stay hungry, build on it, keep working to get better, and peaking at the right time.
You had told us before the season started, listen, this team's not going to be good in November or December. But we go through the month of January, and it still wasn't looking all that great either. Did your patience ever kind of wear thin, and maybe you were thinking, well, maybe this isn't going to come together after all?
Well, you always have those doubts in your mind, absolutely. I'm watching them in games, and things aren't going our way, and I'm thinking, maybe I missed. Maybe I just don't quite understand these guys as well as I thought I did. But we keep working as a staff. We look at what we're bad at, and we try to address that with the work that we do in practice. And so we've done that. We've changed the way we do some things, and the guys have responded. It's a testament to their resiliency that they've not given up on us or on each other, and they've continued to work and fight to get better, and you're seeing that happen. And I think it's a tremendous life lesson for these guys to have struggled the way they did. Really get kicked in the teeth early in the conference race, and the way they've responded is huge. And when you look at the games we have down the stretch, and we've got some more wins in us. This is going to be an exciting finish to the conference regular season for us.
What do you think has been the big spark?
The defense. And we talk about it in the coach's office, buy-in. They are buying into what we're asking them to do. And early in the year, you got 14 guys in the mix. You got about 6 bought in and 8 that aren't. I'd say now they're all bought in. They're all trying to do exactly what we coached them to do, and that's what that looks like when you see it out on the floor. And it's powerful. That's winning. You don't have to be the most talented team or the best team. You get a group of guys that's committed to doing something and is going to work together and put terrific energy into it. You can do some special things, and they're starting to figure that out. It's a selflessness on their part, giving up my personal wants for what's best for the team, and thankfully our message is being validated by us getting these wins, and so that only hopefully creates a higher level of buy-in.
Keep it going, Coach. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Wags.
The head coach of the Colonels, J.P. Piper, will be back with a whole lot more coming up on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, in just a moment.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that.
So what's with the tag?
Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
You know you don't have to wait for a sale
I can shop any day.
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
Back here with you on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Here's a look at the Southland Conference men's basketball standings through this past weekend. Stephen F. Austin has won 18 straight games. They're still undefeated in league play. Sam Houston State, though, doesn't look like they're going anywhere. Northwestern State, meanwhile, is heating up. Central Arkansas, they picked up their first win of the year on Saturday, downing New Orleans in Conway. Now, the recent surge by the Colonels has been fed by an unlikely group. Head coach J.P. Piper turned to his walk-ons a few weeks ago, trying to find a spark to light the team's fire, and the club's non-scholarship players have come through in a big way. Here's Joanna Ducree.
The Colonel basketball team is making progress as they won the last 2 games by double digits. Several unexpected players have shown tremendous growth this season and have demonstrated leadership and assertiveness. Walk-ons Marquise Nelson, Zach Young, Jadante Fry, and Travis Julian have all surpassed the expectations required of them. Although they weren't awarded athletic scholarships, they have exhibited as much effort as their teammates. This is especially seen in Fry, who is making a name for himself as he sits third on the team in scoring, averaging over 9 points a game after racking up a career-high 19 points in the win over McNeese State on Saturday.
I wasn't picking to play for Nicholls. I decided to come here after a last-minute decision. I ain't had that many offers coming out of high school, but I had a few other plays I could have went, but I waited last minute. I came and talked to Coach Piper and Coach Bailey, and they gave me an opportunity to play here, so I took advantage. And I'm not on scholarship at all, but I still come out, work hard, just like everybody else. There's a few other guys that's not on scholarship. We all just come together as a team.
Young, a freshman guard, also displayed valuable work by picking up a starting role next to Fry. Although Nelson and Julian aren't currently a part of the starting lineup, their contributions are evident once they step on the court.
I mean, it's more minutes than what I played before, so I'm always happy with that, and I'm contributing to the team where we needed to be contributed, you know, so I'm fine with that. And as long as we win it, I really don't have a problem with minutes or nothing. My minutes should increase and everything, and I'm, you know, doing my job, so I'm just really going with the flow. If coach decides he wants me to start, you know, I'll be ready.
After Young went down with a leg injury in Saturday's win over the Cowboys, a starting job at guard is up for grabs, providing Nelson with an even bigger opportunity to show his worth to the team. For Colonel Basketball Weekly, this is Joanna Ducree.
Thank you so much, Joanna. Folks, the Nicholls women's basketball team started last week on the back end of a rare home-and-home against Incarnate Word. The Colonels had picked apart a shorthanded UIW squad in Thibodaux before the regular season series shifted to San Antonio last Wednesday. Let's take you out to the McDermott Center as the Red and Gray put their 3-game win streak on the line. Freshman Tia Charles continuing an impressive season. She scored 15 points in this one on 5 of 9 shooting. The drive to the bucket on the Colonels' opening possession gives them the lead. Charles combined with Jenny Nash for 31 points. The duo combined to shoot 10 of 17 from the field. Nicholls hit 43% on the night. Nash with a paint runner there to make it 10-5. Yvonne Mayosa keeping the Cardinals in it with a 13.9 rebound performance. Turnaround mid-range jumper here to pull UIW within a bucket at 12-9. It stayed a tight game early on. The lead was 4 at the 8-minute mark before Shane Arnick takes the feed and muscles up the shot plus the foul. Arnick scored 9, pulled down 7 rebounds too. And Nicholls would get production from their bench. 25 points off the pine. Veronica Ryan here with a hesitation dribble. She chipped in 11 points. That bucket extended the lead into double figures. Colonels up by 8 at the break. Looks as if they're going to run away with this one again. Early second half, Charles cans a 3 off the assist from Ryan. The advantage is 13 points here, but not so fast. UIW mounted a ferocious comeback, putting together a 9-1 run. Haley Frias tied Mayosa with a team-high 13 points. That bucket makes it an 8-point affair. Less than a minute later, UIW strikes again. Tough reverse layup for Mayosa. The Colonel lead evaporates in the blink of an eye. UIW tied it at 45 at the midway mark of the half. But the Colonels make 6 consecutive free throws to regain the lead, and then Imani White with a step-back 3, banking it on home. She had 8 points. Colonels went on to outscore UIW 23-4 down the stretch and never trailed in this one. Nash extended the lead to double digits with a drive in the finish there. She led all scorers with 16 points. Nicholls won it going away 69-58. That win put them over the 500 mark for the first time this year, and they were helped by turning the ball over only 12 times, which is 8 below their season average. The Colonels had 9 steals after heading into the matchup, ranked 3rd in the nation in that category. That loss was the 5th in a row for UIW. McNeese State came to Thibodaux on Saturday on the heels of a gut-punching triple overtime loss at New Orleans 2 days earlier. Looking to cure their hangover, McNeese would also try to snap a 4-game regular season head-to-head losing skid to the Colonels. The game was close through the first 8 minutes. The Cowgirls' Amber Donez would hit McNeese's only 2 long-distance shots all day en route to a 14-point afternoon. This 3-ball pulls the Pokes within 1 at 8-7. But the Colonels go on a 12-2 run. Nicholls made a trifecta of 3-pointers during that stretch, including 2 by Jenny Nash. Over the last 6 games, Nash has made 23 pointers. Imani White continuing to battle back from injury. The drive and the step-back baseline jumper here. She scored all 10 of her points in the first half. Colonels go up 24-13. Frederica Haywood with a monster game for McNeese, 15 points, 13 rebounds. Nice helper from Talisha Boyd here. That Haywood bucket temporarily put an end to Nicholls' domination. But the red and gray, or the pink I should say, would soon build up a double-digit lead. Nice post feed here from Giovanna Mandich to Shea Arnick to make it 28-17. Nicholls up by 16 points at the half. Colonels would hold steady to begin the second stanza. Nash winds up going for a career-high 26 points. The screen by Taylor Morrison gives Nash a good look. That stretch the advantage to 15 points with 16 minutes left. Nicholls would not be able to hold McNeese down for long. A good 10-2 run by the Cowgirls off the bucket by Haywood there. Mid-range jumper brings McNeese within 7, but the Colonels score the next 7 points. How about White creating a little chaos, forcing the turnover? Can't finish, but Nash has her back as Nicholls regains control. The Colonels scored 27 points off of 18 turnovers. Nicholls also owned the glass, 20 offensive rebounds, including 3 by Akaya Gray. Akaya with 9 points and 6 boards. The Colonels tie a program record with their 5th consecutive win. Wasn't really as close as the final score. 70-59 really indicated. Nicholls holds the opposition to less than 60 points yet again. That's becoming routine. The Colonels stand at 12-10 overall, 8-3 in Southland play. Well, that's 5 straight wins for the Colonels, and 5 is the lucky number of head coach Doobie Plaisance.
5s have always been good for me. 55 was my number. My children were 55. I love 5.
What's going on right now with a team that's making everything come together as it is?
Well, I think all the adversity we face throughout the year really help us grow and bond together. And I think that sisterhood, this no, not today, because we really had to face a lot. And with our ability just to, it's not going to happen to us today. We have you back. Like when we had that scary moment when Shea Arnick went down, we didn't know what was going to happen. But the looks on their face wasn't like in the past, like, oh no. It was like, oh no, we have you back, Shea. Don't worry about it type thing. Praise God, she's fine. But I think that the growth that we've gone to get to this point is why we're performing the way we do. Because, Mike, it's the defensive side of the ball. We are making stops, and thank goodness we're converting on those turnovers.
Both wins this week, you held the opposition under 60 points.
And again, our matchup zone, just the complexities of it all is less complex to us now, because it is an interesting defense. I love it. I've ran it my whole career. But nonetheless, the team is getting comfortable with it, and we're causing a whole lot more havoc. And again, their attention to detail. Again, they're locked in. They see where we are in conference. Everything's very, very close. We've come a long way, and these kids are just holding on with every breath they have.
You know, it was maybe about a month, 2 months ago when Imani first went down with her injury. But look, okay, where are the points going to come from? Now, whatever Imani's able to provide, it seems like lagniappe, it's gravy because everybody else has picked it up.
Again, and that's exactly the point that I was alluding to or made earlier. It's about what we've overcome, and it's about what. And now with Monty's giving us great minutes right now. In fact, I think she had 10 points tonight. But whether Monty's on or off the court, we're all in this together, and we are picking up, where the crevices might have been early on when all this started happening. We had crevices we had to fill, but now we're shrinking those gaps, and it's working well for the home team.
It's fun right now, Coach. Keep it rolling, all right?
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you.
The head coach of the Colonels, Doobie Plaisance. We'll be back with more Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, in just a moment. Back here with you on Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Let's have a look at the Southland Conference women's basketball standings entering this week. Lamar, Stephen F. Austin, and Nicholls are all red hot. No one is losing pace there. Northwestern State, they've had a rough week and a half. Central Arkansas beginning to get in the mix. New Orleans got their first league win as a member of the Southland on Thursday, downing McNeese State. Well, while we're all in the thick of basketball season, we are in South Louisiana, which means football is never far from our minds. One of the most anticipated days of the year came around this past week, and for the Colonels, it signaled another first in a brand new era. Here's Beatrice Beard from last Wednesday's signing day press conference at John L. Guidry Stadium.
The Colonel football team has undergone many changes in the past few months. Head coach Tim Rebo has come in and brought excitement with him. The squad is being renewed, and it starts with the 2015 signing class. When deciding what vital pieces the team was missing, the staff went to the drawing board and led them to the signing of 26 Louisiana natives.
We sat down and said what we needed, and the consensus was we needed linemen. We talked to a lot of people. We talked to a lot of people in this area, a lot of people in the staff. We needed offense and defensive linemen. So we think we went out and targeted that, and we ended up with 11. We signed 6 on the defensive side of the ball and 5 offensive linemen. So we're going to have some of those guys have to come in early and help us out a little bit.
The signees' impact will be felt on this team immediately, and the staff's local connection helped them recruit close to home.
Oh, I think so. We got a lot of good players on this team right now, which we do. And then adding these 28 guys to this class, a lot of these guys are going to come in and fit right away. Look, we added skill guys where we had defensive back, wide receivers. We targeted every position. We got 2 tight ends. We got 2 quarterbacks. We got a running back. So we feel like this class fulfilled a lot of our needs and is going to come in and step up and help the current players.
With all the changes coming to the football program, the current players are on board.
The players have been tremendous. They buying in. All these guys want to be successful. They're working hard. They wake up early in the morning. They go into class. They come back in the afternoon. We put them through drills. They are really, really buying into what we're selling because they want success, and they know what's on the other side of this hard work that we're doing.
Not only has the team been so supportive of the changes, but the community has been elated for what Rebo has in store for the program.
I mean, I can't say enough and thank the community. Everybody has been so receptive, and everywhere I go, and they're welcoming me, my wife, my kids, our family, the coaching staff. They welcome everybody with open arms, which is really, really tremendous thing to see. But that does not surprise me about the people of this area. It says the type of people that we are around here.
Excitement is buzzing around the Nicholls football program. Rebo has come in and his impact has already been felt. The football team will host its spring game on Saturday, March 28th. For Colonel Basketball Weekly, I'm Beatrice Beard.
Thank you so much, Beatrice. Folks, you can follow our football team, our basketball teams, all 14 of our athletic programs through our social media sites. Find us at Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. We'll be right back with more Colonel Basketball Weekly presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional right after this.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.
Back here with you, wrapping up Colonel Basketball Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. We got you covered all season long on the Colonel Sports Radio Network, presented by your local Super Chevy dealers. On Saturday, it's a doubleheader. The women's basketball team resumes play, hosting rival Southeastern Louisiana at 1 o'clock. That game will air on KNSU 91.5 FM. You can watch Saturday's contest online at Colonel's All Access. The Colonel men take on the Lions at 3:30. Hear it live on KQKI 95.3 FM with a live web stream also on Colonel's All Access. Time to announce our Rouse's Student Athlete of the Week. You're either local or you're not. Louisiana's best can be found at your local Rouse's or at rouses.com. This week it's Jadante Fry. JD averaged 14.5 points and 4 rebounds in a pair of Southland Conference wins. Folks, for all the latest information, check out our website, GoColonels.com. That's GEAUX. GoColonels.com. We got up-to-the-minute info to follow all of our programs. We will talk to you again coming up next week. Until then, take care and go Colonels.
Today's show has been presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nicholls Athletics. This program has also been sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. This has been a presentation of the Colonel Sports Network.